morning, it's Rachel here. I'm going to show you how I made that trifold thingamajiggy I put in those last journals that I made, and I thought I'd show you what I've been playing around with. Once I finished the journals, I had to just sort of relax a minute. So one other thing I've been doing is just let me grab it here. I had received 2 Amazon orders. I just had ordered some fabric ink, and they came in these thingies, and inspired by Tracy Fox and also Rachel Tomlinson, I sort of combined the two sort of girls, and I covered it with my straw paper. So I totally glued it everywhere. I'll probably decorate this, and then I left a little border like Rachel did in her video. See, it's soft. Excuse me. And I stitched around it, so I didn't actually stitch on the cardboard, even though the sewing machine would go through that, because then I stitched down the middle and it went through it. But I stitched around the straw paper, so you can't see any of this cardboard. And I will, as I mentioned, I probably will decorate it. I'm just playing around with it. I'll probably be really slow, and it'll probably stay like this for like months. Then I started playing around. I have a scrapbooking sort of block of paper from Heidi Swap, and I don't normally, it's really pretty, but I don't normally, I'll show it to you. I don't normally use those, like because I'm altering old books, I sort of don't tend to use these ones. They're not my go-tos. So I thought I might just play around with those in this little folder that I'm making. And I wanted a place to put my labels. So first of all, and the stamps and things, I think I might have mentioned that in another video. I'll just open what up here. So I've sort of sorted out all of my stamps like this. I have to be careful because they do fly about a little bit. And I stitched some pieces of tracing paper, strips of tracing paper down. And then I had to do it on the other side as well. I haven't done this page yet. And I didn't really like the stitching process. I thought it was a bit messy, but you could stitch it, because I couldn't be bothered to, isn't that terrible? I couldn't be bothered to line everything up, so I did one side and then I would do the other side. And so I thought I'd use it for like die cuts or that sort of thing. So I've slipped all of them in there, and then here as well. So and I haven't done this page yet. And then I've just been doing this section here with the labels. Now what I did here was I tried glue, PVA glue, and I actually like that more. So I think I'll glue the rest. I won't stitch it. So I've got labels. I've put reds there, and then the blacks or blues over there. And then in here I've got some sheets of my other labels to cut up, and then they're Tracy Fox's. So I thought I might use it for that sort of thing. And then, wait just a second, I didn't see a page. Oh, here I've got all of those Victorian fussy cutting things there, so I can see those. So I'm going to, I've run out of, what's it called? See, they do fly around a little bit. I probably, because which was a mistake, I folded my big long strip around the 2 pages. It kind of pulls a little bit, so I probably need to stitch down the center just to keep it. I'm probably going to go and stitch down the center, but that means taking out all of the stamps. Wouldn't that be annoying? Anyway, this is what this little thing is going to be for, I think. It's a very messy, quick, not perfect job, and I'll probably remove everything and stitch it in there, and then it will go in there like so. So I think I like that idea for fussy cut little things, because in the box, keeping them in a box, you have to ruffle through and you can't find anything, and it's really annoying. So that's what I was doing with that thing. And this little one here, or I'll see if I need another one, or otherwise I was thinking I might do Rachel Tomlinson's kind of tutorial thing that she did she just did hers with cardboard, whereas Tracy Fox did hers with Amazon, but this is only a little one, so I might combine the two and do something with that one day when I have time. The other bit of news, I was really excited. I got a message from Shirley yesterday, and her order finally arrived. It was missing. I shipped it on the 6th of November, I think, or the 7th. Hers and Julie's went missing, and they were journals and a grain sack, and I was really sad about it. And so with Shirley, I had agreed to remake a journal, and I was just working on it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I've only sort of gathered pages together and stuff like that and chosen the books. I hadn't done much. But I'd kept aside a grain sack for her. So she doesn't need it now because her order arrived. So I'm going to put this into my shop. This is the only one left. It wasn't available before, but because hers arrived, then this one will become available in the shop. It's freed up. And now I thought, let's get on. I'm blabbing a little bit today. Let's get on with this trifold thing. It's very simple. You probably don't even need to watch to know how to do it. So you just need scraps. I don't have very exciting scraps left because I did use up quite a bit. So obviously, if you're going to use scraps that are white on the other side, it's probably a good idea for them all to be white on the other side. Preferably, I would use, I won't use those, I would use double-sided scrapbooking papers. So I have a little bit of Franken paper here. And I'm thinking this one actually is a good size. I'm going to be working, it's actually too big. This is going to be for Kelly, this journal here, and this one is too big. I'll have to make a smaller one for hers. This would be good for this size book. This was the one I had put aside for Shirley, but I'll just make that up slowly over time and put it in my shop. It would be good size for hers. But let's make a big one because I'll probably be making a big journal at some stage. That's too high that way. So maybe I would need to add a strip across the top. That's a big piece. You see, now I don't have enough scraps anymore. Why don't we just ignore this and start from scratch? So maybe I'll grab this one and this one, but I think I like that. I don't really like that side I don't like that. I might trim that bit off because that's going to be too high anyway. So I'll just go over here to my trimmer. It's on the floor, as you do. Okay, I'm still here, guys. Okay, see, that can be a pocket, but I have to cover that up because that's wedding. I don't like that. So, so that will go like that. So about how high is that? That's 7 3/4 or 19.5 centimeters. I mean, you don't need to measure. We're only using scraps. I literally just wing it. So I might grab this one. Oh, look at that. That's good. We'll just trim it down and become a little bit smaller. It'll become 19 centimeters. So I'll just stitch those together. So I'm doing, this is like a Franken sort of paper. And yes, I said it, it's Franken. Can you see my sewing machine? And am I recording? That would be interesting. Yes, I am, but you can't see my sewing machine now. Why is that? Move you over a little bit. There we go. Right, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to be crashing into my thing. Okay, so I'm not mad about that because that's not really my style. But now, where's my pedal gone? Okay. Probably shouldn't be doing a tutorial today. I'm feeling a bit like a scatterbrain. Okay. Oh, I like that side more. So just a minute. Let me think about it. Yeah, that's all right. So I just overlay it a little bit like that. So, and just make sure my needle's up. I'm going to have it on zigzag. I prefer to zigzag when I'm doing the Franken paper. So that way it catches, you know, a broader area. So I have a little line here on my sewing machine that goes right across, so I kind of eyeball it and just make sure that, just to get it more or less straight, that the papers are running along that line. Oh, good. Helps to turn your sewing machine on. Good piece of advice. And I'm going to try and backstitch. Yes, there we go. Probably a good idea to backstitch on these. Okay. So you literally don't have to measure anything. You're only using your scraps as they are. You're not measuring, and then you can trim it off afterwards. So, and I think I would like, I don't have, as I mentioned before, I don't have very exciting scraps. I do like those two colours too. I think that's a bit much though. Maybe we'll go with this one. And on the other side, yeah, that'll do. Okay, so I'll just put this one. Actually, it's probably smarter to go there so I don't have so much going in my sewing machine. Okay, so on the line, just going to line it up a little bit. Just hopefully I'm going a little bit straight. Only a little bit. We don't want to go too straight, do we? I hope I haven't got my head in it. Okay. Right. It's as simple as that. So, take that off. Move the sewing machine out of the way because we don't need that now. And I'm just going to get my trimmer. I'm going to bring it up so I don't have to disappear off screen the whole time. Now, what did I step in? I stepped in a box. Oh, goodness me. Get over there. Okay. Right. Let's just put this big thing up here, and I'm just going to. Now, this is rather hazardous. Now, get it over there. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of line it up like that, I hope. Oh, wait just a second, that would help. It's not very straight. It's better. Okay. Right, got that one. And then I need to trim off on this side. Don't know how my cutter is going to enjoy going through the stitching. Okay, so it's kind of straight, and it does it. Oh, look at that. I'll fix that up after. Okay, just get the scissors and trim that little bodgy bit off. Right, so that's going to be my front that way, and I only, see that's too deep, so I don't want that much. I'm just going to trim off a little bit off this one, and I'm going to, yeah, that'll be good. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off that one as well because you don't need it that much. It's just going to be my little folding over bit. And so I'll just move this out of the way for a second, then we'll bring it back up again when we prepare the papers. Just throw that on the floor, don't need that, and I'll probably keep those, although I probably won't use them. I'll just put them aside. And so now I'm going to make my folds here. So this is a good size, this one. It's a different size to my other ones. You don't, there's no size. You just make it with whatever you've got. And then I need my, if you want to, you don't have to. I'm just going to round these corners. Okay. And then just fold that over like so. And you can do any form of embellishing that you like. I might just get my cutter back up and see if I can straighten that up. I'll probably make a big mess of it. Okay, let's see if I can straighten that up a little bit. Probably make a big mess. That's not looking very straight, is it? There we go. Done. Good. So now I'm going to grab, and you can use whatever you like. You could put like just let me grab some of my things. I'll just grab my box and see if I don't have much left in this ephemera box, I must say. Let's have a look what's in here. I might have something. Yes, I do have a few pockety sort of things, so I'll pull those out. And I have all these stitch things in there. Don't know whether we'll use those, but we'll pull them out. And And also we might like to use a glassine bag here. Okay, so this is my front here. And what I did on the other ones was I had a glassine bag that I had stamped. I don't think I've got oh, there's some papers. We might need those. I might have one left. Let's have a look. I don't. Oh, I do. No, I don't. I do. See? I've got some stamped ones. So I might use the stamped one, not the plain one. So that's a choice. I'll put that. I have to be on screen. Now, why am I not on screen today? I think I've got my camera side on the wrong side. Okay, so that is what I put on the front. And then what I did was I decorated this. So we might do that. That's a bit of fun, isn't it? And then inside, I might decorate this bit inside first. I don't like her. I'm going to cover her up. So you could put a little pocket inside. Quite like that. Not that one. That one doesn't go. No, that's too big. Or one of these. These are less bulky. So those colours work. So I think I might stitch one of these in first. How's that one goes like that? That's nice too. Oh, decisions are the worst. That one's nice too. That one's too. Well, you could do a little side tuck there if you wanted to. There's that one or that one. So probably one of these two here. This one or that. I think I like that one, the first choice first. So why don't I stitch that in? Okay, I probably won't do that on screen. You don't need to see that. I'll just pop over here. I apologise for going off screen for a second. And I'm just going to stitch that in place. I didn't turn the machine on again. Just thought you might like to know that. I did say today probably wasn't the best day to do a tutorial. Okay, so sometimes when you backstitch onto paper it makes holes. So if you are finding that tough, what I do is with it, especially with a pocket that you're going to be putting things into and tugging at it, I just overstitch a little bit, like so I'll start up here and then come down and not start right flush with the edge of it. So I'll start up a bit higher. And another thing you could do, you could just put a little bit of PVA glue on your finger and just dab it onto the threads, and they probably wouldn't come undone that way. So that's that part. Now let's do the front. So I'm going to put my glassine bag on there. It's so simple, guys, seriously. Put my glassine bag on there. Just to dust this a little bit. That's better. Put my glassine bag on there, and I'm just going to use, and I saw it before and now I can't see it anymore, some, there it is, double-sided tape. I like using double-sided tape for bags and things. So let's do that. So just stick that down all the sides. Even though I've got a few orders to do, I kind of don't know what to do with myself now that I finished all of those big journals. They really occupied my brain quite a bit, and I've got all kinds of things I should be doing, but I can't bring myself to do them. We just need to muck around a little bit for a minute, and then I can get on with the things that I should be doing. Okay, that's that one. And then I'm just going to stick it off to the side a little bit because I liked it off to the side. Okay, I have no idea what I want to do here. I'm just making it up as I go. And probably stick an image there Where's my folder of images? I think these are going to be all too big. Let's just have a quick look. I'm just going to pull them out. And we can have, oh, I like her. She's cute. It's very clashy and eclectic, isn't it? I like clashy sometimes. Maybe bunnies would be cute. These are Mrs. Cog images. I like the bunny. Oh, I like that. Or do I like that more? Let's have a look at the bunnies. Doing something different. Heavens to Betsy's. Okay, we'll put all of those back then. I've already kind of decided. Oh, she's cute too. Let's have a look at her. I like her. Okay, put those over there. Oh, okay. This is creating a shadow. It's kind of annoying me. So I'll just hold it down. Am I on screen? Yes. Okay, hold it down. I just pop it. No, this way a bit more. I really have got myself in a funny position today. And I don't like her as much. I like the bunnies more. I think I like these bunnies more. So that's it. The first bunnies that I liked. And do I want to... No, I think I'll stick the bunnies on. I might just stitch around them just so they look like they're stitched. Obviously, you can't stitch onto the bag because you'll shut the bag. And this is wonderful because I can use double-sided tape again. Okay, so that's done. Oops, right. There we go. I might have to make some journals for spring. That's a good idea. Put those in there. Oh, I didn't stitch around that end. No wonder my threads were at different ends. Okay, what a goose. I could have made that a pocket. Well, I could still make it a pocket, but no, I'm not going to. We don't need to do too many pockets. Okay, then you have to put things in them. Right. Okay, so put that there. This is super fast. I mean, I'm going to do minimal embellishing here, just for time. But I mean, you can go wild and just embellish them as, you know, like a mad person. Oh, then I have to show you some other things as well. You know, things have been happening, although I feel like they haven't been. Okay. So, stick our... I better stand up for this because otherwise I go crooked. I go crooked anyway, but I go even more crooked. So let me just see here. You annoy me, flap. Okay, about there is good. And I'm going to have a look over here. I'll show you what else I did. I've also, so I went to print up, I bought Gayles. I've got to go and buy the other one that I really liked. I bought Gayles' beautiful trim set. I mean, aren't they the prettiest things you ever did see? Well, that was the first one she published. I've got to go and buy the second one as well. I'll do that after. So I printed it up on high definition matte paper. I also printed it up on sticky paper, so it can be like washi tape. And then I also watched Nick the Booksmith's video the other day, and she had printed up some William Morris and some other things as well on sticky paper, and she cut them up as strips, so they're kind of like washi tape. So I just played with a few of my public domain files in InDesign and put them together, and I'm going to cut these up into strips, and they're going to be like washi tape, and they're lovely, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm thinking, look at that, how beautiful is that? And then this is two, although they're very similar colors. You can only just see the line there. And then also I had to play around a little bit here with some of my embroideries, so you can have strips of embroidery on sticky paper. I thought that's really cool. And then I just got some public domain scripty sort of things to cut up as well. And then this is another William Morris as well. So I'm going to cut those up. And I'm just wondering, I brought them out now because I'm just wondering if something might look nice, like possibly that one, and maybe one of Gayles might look nice on the front here. So let me just see. I quite like that one with the pink. Let me just cut that out. Wrong scissors. These scissors. I'll just cut it roughly, and then I'll cut it out properly. Gosh, look how stunning that is. Gayle, they are the most beautiful trims. So I'm thinking I might like a little bit there. I like it down there. I might stick that one down there. And then just let me, I was going to cut that with my cutter. I wanted them to be cut better. So just a second, let me just trim this one. It does have the little loopy edge, but I can hardly see it, so I think I'm just going to cut it straight. Trim that bit off. Oh, I'm talking too quietly now, then you won't be able to hear me. Whoops. Yeah, after I've done finished like a big project, like those journals were a big project, I really had to think about those. I just kind of have to play around a little bit and have a break and just do whatever I feel like. I do quite like that there, I really do. So I'm just going to measure that here by eye, put my finger there and cut it. And if I can peel it off. Oh, look, it came off really easily. Look at that. Wonderful. And then I'm going to see if I can put it on straight. Probably not. Oh, I'm loving the way this is turning out. It's really just, I'm really just winging it. Looks all right to me. Just trim off that little excess bit there. Okay. And then here we need to do something. I think I would like, I was going to cut it with my cutter, but I'm not. Just going to trim that up there. Let's just trim that off there. That's too big. I like that there. I'm just going to trim it off a little bit. Let's see if I can get this off. And I feel like I'd like just to torn a little piece of music paper or book page. Love that. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm going to overhang it a bit off the bag. Like that. Really cool. That's really cool. I like all the colours. And I need something down there. I don't think I'm going to put that there. No. Oh, let me have a look at this one. Let me just see this one here. Don't you love that cutting sound? I like that. I'll cut about 3, I think. Trim it off properly. And so I'll link Gayles' trims down below. I mean, most of you follow Gayles, so I'm sure you've already gone and bought them. But if you haven't, or you don't know who Gayle, it's Gayle Agostinelli. And if I'm saying that correctly, Gayle. And this is her beautiful first DigiKit, and it's wonderful, and I love it. Great. So that's that one. Inside we've got this pocket here, and what I could do to keep in theme with the bunnies is I don't have any bunnies here. I've got them in my box. Where's my box? Okay. I did some stamping on fabrics yesterday because I'm running out. So in this mess here, there will be a bunny. I know there's lots of bunnies in here. Here's one. That one's cute. I'm going to stick a bunny on there. In case you hadn't realised, that's what I'm doing. And, oh, there's that one. And I've got another bunny. I've got that bunny. And then I have another one. I think if I've got one stamped here. Let's have a look. Not those. Here it is. That one. So let's see what we like the best. I kind of like that one. That one or that one. I do like him. I like that one. I think I'm going to put the last one. Okay, so just trim it off a little bit better. And here I'm going to use PVA. PVA is fabulous with fabric and trims. I think I'll put him there, over there. Okay, so I think I'm just going to put it there and mush it around with my finger. Okay, have a wet one on the floor, just a second. Got it. Okay, and is that a big enough area? If it's not, I can stick some more underneath. And it's not. Nearly got it. Now the reason why I mush it with my finger is so that you don't get too much on your fabric, and it doesn't bleed through as much, because you sort of thin it out when you spread it about. I better keep track of the time because I have to pick up the girls today. Okay, good. So all we have to do now is get our papers. So it's just scrap papers, you know, bits and pieces. And I've got my box here. So I'll just grab out some pieces that can be good for that. Got all kinds of things going on in here. Envelopes, you could put an envelope in there. Now those are good pieces. That's always good. Nice paper. Might as well put that in there. Put that one in there. Let's see. I don't think I want any bits with script, you know, with writing on them. Oh, there's some scraps. Papers flying everywhere. Literally flying everywhere they are. There's some more. I've got lots of these. So we'll just trim up some of those. Anything else? Maybe that one. And I think that'll do. Okay, that'll do. Whoops, sorry guys. Very wobbly today. Okay, I'll put the paper cutter on the chair for a minute. Okay, get these out of the way. Oh, it's not going to be too long, this one. So, like, they don't have to be the exact size. Now, let me just take one of these and see. See, that's about the width. You don't want it any wider than that. But I do need to trim off about there. So this will be kind of my base, but they're all going to be different. Don't you love the way I just throw things around? Okay. And continually, I really have a bad setup today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Really bad setup. So I'm just going to trim that off about there. That's going to be my length. I'm just going to actually that's going to be my length, I said. So how big is that? About 16.5 centimetres for my one. Your one will be different. You want to keep it in about 1/4 centimetre at least in from the bottom. That one's okay. Let's grab this one. 16.5. Some straw paper. That one's already good. Let's see what we've got here. Some white paper. Let's trim that one off. Let's put those over there. I'm really in a muddle. And this one is going to be 16.5. That one's already good, I think. Let me see. Just double check that. No, it's not. It's not any good. Trim it down. This one. Now this one I might check the width as well. Where's my base paper? The width is fine. Here's some more. You probably don't need as many. You don't want to bulk it up too much because you need to be able to, you don't want to bulk up your journals. That's what I want to say. So I'll just trim that one off. And we'll put that one in. And we're probably about right for the number of pages. Okay, so let's take this away. Don't think we need that anymore. Get rid of all these bits of paper. Put those in the box. I'll sort those out after. Some are okay, some I'll throw out. And these are my pages right here. So then what I do is I just, what do I want to put on the, probably put that one on the bottom. Just line them all up, like so. And just alternate what you put in. If I've got a lot of whites, I'll put those in more frequently so that they're not all sort of clumped together. Put my blue one in. I've probably got way too many pages here, so let's just, I might not put any more of those in. And we'll put these more interesting pages in. That one. So I'm lining them all up at one end. Put this one in. We'll put the old book page on top. Put that one in. So that you can see they're all different widths. I'm just being careful that they're not wider than the base one, and they're not longer. So then I'm going to attach them here. Now where's my folds? I can't see. See, look, mine are quite a way in. So as far as width, they're about a quarter of a centimetre and half a centimetre in from top and bottom. And maybe to hold them in place, if I can find them, and I can't, here they are, found them, I'm going to clip it so it doesn't move. There we go. So, and I'm going to choose a trim to put across the top. Why didn't I do that before? Well, why don't I use this one? Lulu used this, I'll use this one. So I'm just going to cut a piece of trim. A little bit smaller. Okay. And just get rid of that. Okay. I'm going to stitch across the top. So you can put a ruffle there, you can put a paper ruffle, a fabric ruffle, you can put lace, you can put ribbon, you can layer, you can put a collage there, you can put whatever you like across the top. I'm just going to move this on screen. Oops. And we're nearly done. It's nearly done. It's nearly over. Okay, so you're just on screen there. And I just grab this and slip it under. I'm at a funny angle, so I hope I don't make a mess. You don't have to stitch all the way from the beginning, from the edge of the paper. And here I might switch to zigzag so I catch more of the lace and it sort of stays put. And then I'll switch it up to, there we go, it's done. Trim that off, move this out of the way. Now, the last thing we need is our string. Okay, so that's got a pocket there, and you've got lots of papers here, and then that's the flap I mean, you can do whatever you like. You could, here, you could even stitch in a booklet. You could even stitch in a booklet as well and have like all papers. You can stitch in an envelope there and have another tuck spot. And then that's the cover there. So a tag will go in there. I could have made this a double pocket here, which I think is what I did in the journals. That was a pocket as well. That is just so pretty. Doesn't matter about the back, because then when I glue it in the journal, like if I'm going to put it in the front cover, I'll glue down here and the bottom, and so that will lift. Or if I glue it in the back, I'll go down there, and then that will lift. So that's the way I like to use them. You could stitch them into the center of a signature and have it in there. That would be really cool. And in that case, you could put a pocket on the back there. That would be really cool as well. And now I'm going to show you, I might on this one use this beautiful antique trim. It's not a trim, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like a linen or something. Anyway, what I do is I just flip it over, grab my PVA glue, and you can run it along the center or down below or up higher. I'm going to more or less go in the center. I've got a blobby bit there. We better take that off. Okay. Just run your glue along there. And then with this part, I won't be able to show you me tying it because it has to dry. So what I'll do is I'll grab this. I'm not going to cut it. Probably need it about, yeah, double, a bit more than double. Just be generous. I will cut it. So yeah, just make it a little bit more than double, I think is fine. And then just glue it there. And then that will have to dry. Actually, I can flip it over because this is wider than the other old string that I used. I found it, this one. So it's kind of covering the glue. And when that dries, that'll stay put. Now, you could still have a pocket on the back there. I would do that first. Oh, this is gorgeous. And then just tie it. So a little bit more than double. And then tie it in a bow. And these would be lovely as happy mail for those who send happy mails. I'll keep that. That can go in a tag. And so that is the trifold. Very, very simple. That's the back of it. As I mentioned, it would be really cool. I might try that, is to stitch it. Just remind me, ladies, stitch it into the center of a signature. And then you can maybe make that so you could write there, put a pocket, whatever you like, a side-loading pocket. And otherwise, they'd be lovely gifts for someone. And really cool using these trims on sticky paper, and also just like printing out pretty patterns sort of things, and using it kind of like washi tape. I really love that. I'm really thrilled. I'm going to play around with that. So I'll be back with that. I had something else. Oh, I showed you those. On the other exciting thing I got, this is for Kelly, mentioned it to me. I just wanted to show you because they're so beautiful. She mentioned it to me because I'm going to put it in her journal that I'm going to start working on next, is this beautiful new Stamperia paper. Some of you probably already seen it. I hadn't seen it before, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Just heard a bang. So I bought 2 pads of it, and I bought several of the single sheets because I noticed the single sheets are combined differently to what they are in the pads. The journaling cards are beautiful. So I'll just show you. So this is called Stamperia. I think it's botanicals, or I'll tell you in a second. So, I didn't show the other side. That's the other side. Just gorgeous. That's that side. I went a bit crazy and bought them all. That side. So this is just the style I really love. Wouldn't it be wonderful if they made fabrics? Their fabrics would be beautiful. Here. Oh, I just love that. So, and oh, look more. Oh, that's from a different one. I don't know what that one is. But look at the other. Look, that's the side that I really loved. That side. And then this one, isn't that pretty? Yeah. They're kind of a mix between sort of European, and this kind of reminds me of Indian block printing sort of patterns. I just love that. And this one, don't know if that's from the same range or a different one. Just love that side as well. So that, I mean, they are beautiful. Oh, I got this one. This is Stamperia Letters and Flowers. So it's pretty. Didn't excite, it's very pretty. It is pretty, but it didn't excite me quite as much as the other one. So that's that one. Here we go, Spring Botanic. Thank you, Kelly, for pointing it out to me. It's really, really gorgeous. Look, and even this time they even made it that double-sided so you can use it. So these are the papers here. So you've seen I did buy a whole lot of them. Just to show you quickly. Get the tags. So yeah, I'll be using a lot of this in Kelly's journal. Love that. Lots of fun things. Oh, ovals. They're nice things to play with. Oh, and that's lovely. So I bought two packets. I might have to go back and buy some more. Oh, isn't that pretty? Yeah. So that's about it. I'm absolutely thrilled with this. This is gorgeous. Love it. I'm going to make some more of those. I've run out of really nice scraps, so I'll have to create scraps somehow and make some more. But really cool. Love your trims, Gail. I'm coming back to buy some more. And I hope you enjoyed this and it was clear. Let me know if it wasn't clear and I was a bit cray-cray today. And I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye.